Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today for our Partner Spotlight series. Very, very happy to have you. I'm Cindy Zimlin, a strategic account manager with Classic Vacations, and with me is my colleague Kyle Brock from Nashville, Tennessee, another great strategic accounts manager. And our special guest of the day is an old friend of mine, Heda Cheddah, who represents the Ritz-Carlton Zadun in Cabo San Lucas, or Zadun, a Ritz-Carlton Reserve property. Sorry, Heda, I didn't mean to mess that up. But I've known Heda for a very, very long time. We go back, I've been with Classic for 23 years, and I know I met Heda almost at the beginning of my career, and she has represented some really fine hotels. So before we really get started, and Heda, we want to hear all about your property, but we also want to learn about you too. So before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you get into, repping hotels? A couple of things, just a couple of things.
Okay, will do. Thank you, Cindy and Kyle, for the opportunity. It's good to see friendly faces, again. And yeah, Classic has been always one of my main partners. I have a deep, my heart with you guys, because we've been together in good times and in bad times since I started my career. And I've been in the hospitality industry for more than 20 years. I'm originally from Argentina. I had a degree in business management, and I was doing very boring work in Renault, a car company. And working in hotels was one of the things that I wanted to do. So I decided to embark on an adventure, go into Dominican Republic and do hospitality management in a hotel in Punta Cana. And from there, they offered me another job in that company. And I started, from doing a whole training in a hotel to being front desk manager in Cancun to working in the corporate office. Then I worked with with Ceiba del Mar, with Maroma Resort and Spa for a long, long time. And that's where we met. And last year I had the opportunity to move from Riviera Maya to Cabo and find this new destination for me, known in Mexico for sure, and a great opportunity to learn about, one of the most exclusive destinations in Mexico and represent Reserve, which is the first property in Mexico too. So that's a short story.
Well, thank you for joining us, Heda. And I know a lot of the agents that are joining us today want to see a couple pictures of the properties, or the property. So would you be able to share that with us?
Sure.
And then we have some more personal questions to kind of get to know Heda.
Yeah, sure, I will. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Looks great.
It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What a beautiful property.
Yes.
It's an amazing property. It's let me see if it's scrolling down. We are nestled in Puerto Los Cabos, which is a gated community. This is what I love about Zadun, because it's not like in the middle of the hotel zone, and it's very small, only 115 rooms and suites. And I have to tell you, the rooms that we have, these are the largest product that you're going to find in the destination. This is the view of the regular entry room category, which is an ocean view plunge pool. They all feature a terrace with a plunge pool, more than 800 square feet. Wow. This is the view from the standard room. They have a king size bed, some of them 2 double beds because they connect. This is the entry level bathroom. So, I mean, I would be happy there,
Yeah,
they all
me
have
too.
double vanities, indoor outdoor showers, the bathtubs, walk-in closets. Then we have a stunning Cortez Ocean View 1-bedroom suites, which they have a separate living room and bedroom. And these are amazing because you can connect them to another room to have a family room or suite. So it's a great accommodation for them. And the jewel of the crown, and I will share the entire presentation, but is the Grand Reserve. This is our 5-bedroom signature villa that it's right in front of the ocean, more than 10,000 square feet with a whole pool, 2 master bedrooms, 3 other bedrooms with 5 private bathrooms, like the bedrooms we just saw. Those are the regular rooms too. It has a huge living room, terraces, a gazebo on the beach. So there you can host private parties, private events. We've done birthday celebrations. It has a mini gym. So it's really the place for the ones that are looking for, social distancing. this is the place to stay for a long time.
I
In
could
terms
stay
of
there for a long
gastronomy,
time.
yeah, we could all say we have rooms for all of us. And we have different gastronomic offers from Humo, which is our Latin American grill, to Barrio, that is the market, like the Mexican market, where you can enjoy the Mexican delicacies. And, you know, once a week we do La Taqueria experience. X is one of my favorites. It's a raw bar right in, by the ocean, and there you can enjoy the catch of the day in a prepared as a tiradito or a ceviche. And every Friday we do here the fish market, so you can choose the fish or the whatever you want to eat, and it's already grilled right there in front of you, very, very fresh. And all this is brought from local cooperatives and communities that produce these. And if you're looking to have a drink and relax and disconnect, whatever place to go to, the terrace at Candil, which is our agave bar, or inside Candil. As you can see, it's a beautiful building, and it's all made outside. It's the structure rusty, made of rusty iron, and inside it's all blown glasses that are decorated, you know, from the roof, all the lamps and all of that. So it's really a place to have a good drink. We have 3 pools. You know, we don't have a swimmable beach because the currents are strong, but our pools are amazing. They have stunning views. They have private cabanas that you can use, and it's no charge for that. So that's amazing. And there they give you your little cooler with amenities. So, you know, you don't have to stress a lot when you are there. I would like to also mention that we do weddings, events, social celebrations. So keep us in mind if you have the small groups. It's ideal for that. And the spa is to die for. This is a temple of transformation where you have this vitality pool, and you can go and do a circuit of different type of jets, and they go to a spa treatment and do the Shavasana room where you can relax after a yoga practice. So plenty of activities for everybody. Golf courses nearby. And another highlight is that we have the program Jean-Michel Cousteau, Ambassador of the Environment. So whatever activity that you want to do in the hotel, in the destination, it's all arranged by local ambientalists and naturalists that have been, you know, certified, and they will educate you on, I don't know, if you want to do the whale watching tour or any activity, it will be very educational, not only for the kids, but also for the whole family. So it's like an adventure, really, you know. So I recommend to try all of those and learn a little bit about what Cabo has to offer too.
That looks amazing.
It does look amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And
I'm sorry, Kyle. I have a big birthday coming up next year. I think that villa is going to be the perfect place for me to celebrate.
It's got your name on it, Cindy.
It does.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's okay. When do you want to book that one? So March. I can pencil that in.
March.
Perfect.
I'm there.
That's where we're gonna hang out by the pool. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So great info. Awesome pictures. I mean, the room accommodations look amazing, especially the entry level room. So thank you for that. But you know, just talking about Cabo in general, you know, one thing that I like to do, and we all do it, is we like to travel like a local when we go to destinations. I know you've only been in Cabo for about a year now. So is there 1 or 2 gems that you think you would recommend to people who, because again, driving around Cabo is safe, it's easy to rent a car. Couple gems that you think you would recommend for people to either dine at or shop or go and see?
Definitely. Yes, there are very good high-end restaurants nearby where we are, which are Flora Farms and Acre. Those are some of my favorites. I have a very local restaurant that it's a tiny thing that it's near the marina, that it's called El Pez Gallo. This is not fancy, but I have to tell you, this is the place for the best enchiladas that you're gonna have. So it's very local. And for drinks, I like to go to Mixologist, which is like a bar, and it also has some music, some DJs. Well, now they maybe they don't do that a lot, but that was the last time that I went out here. But that's you can have a good drink there. And if you want to see nice sunsets, definitely you can go to Mona Lisa, which is in Cabo San Lucas, 45 minutes away from here. But from there, you see the sunset and you see the arch at the end. So it's the picture to really take during your trip. That's there. That's for F&B. Those are my favorite places to go.
Well, thank you. I've made note of those, so for sure.
Yeah.
Heda, I know that you're pretty active, especially being from Argentina, and I know that you like to hike and things. How about a favorite, is there a favorite place in Cabo that you've discovered yet? A hiking trail or jogging trail? Great place to, again, you said to watch the sunsets was from one of these bars or restaurants, but is there another great place that you would recommend?
There are a few, this is a place where I've seen a lot of people doing hiking and mountain bike. Mountain bike is great because there are a lot of little hills and mountains surrounding the area. You don't have to go too far away, only like 10 minutes away from where we are. Okay. You have some hills that you can go and you can hike, so it's easy to get there. Then, all the way going to Todos Santos, which is another quaint town that you really need to go and discover, very, very little, that it's part of the UNESCO heritage sites too. So it's Pueblo Mágico, like they call it here. It's another place that, we are surrounded by the desert and mountains. So many, many places. I mean, it's not like you have an official trail, but you can go on your own. And that's what I really like about Cabo, that it's very virgin in that sense. It's not commercial. It's like wherever you find a place that you like and that you discover, you can go and explore it on your own. There are some tours that take you biking here and there, but really this is a place that near where we are, you can find good places to do that. And we can point you out how to get there, but these are not official commercial places to go. This is really where you find that people will go. And I went hiking one morning with a friend of mine that does wedding designs here in Cabo. It's a big company here. And we went 5:30 o'clock in the morning and we climbed up like 3 kilometers. And from there you see the whole view of, and it was only like 5 minutes away from where I live near the time. So, I mean, it's from wherever you go, you can really be a local here and explore the nature.
Is there a place to rent bikes on the property or near the property?
On property, we have electrical bikes because we are like kind of a hill. So we provide them, we don't rent them. But if you would like, that's a good question. If you would like to rent bike somewhere outside, there are some activities that you can rent a bike and do them. From the property, we don't rent them because of, liability things, and probably because of that. We wouldn't give you a bike to go on your own outside of the hotel. But in Puerto Los Cabos, where we are, like in the local area, where the gated community where we are, you can use your bike. And around us, there are golf courses and there are trails where you can bike and you can hike and you can walk too.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Yep. And so I have a question, Heda, for you. And being in the industry, I always like to ask this of people, but what is, and living in an amazing destination, what is on your next trip, bucket list trip that you have planned or want to get to that you haven't been to before?
Oh, that's hard. I haven't, after this pandemic, I have so many places I want to go. But before this, my dream was doing safaris in Africa with my girls. That was on my bucket list.
Yeah. Happens to be on mine too. So I'm right there with you.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go. That was on my list. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is on my list. I haven't removed it. Yeah. Yeah.
So
and actually let me go back quickly to the question that you had before. Another thing that I've seen that I'm planning to do, and I'll report on that, is that there are beautiful places to do glamping near the hotel in some other like cities and near the beach. So that's another thing that you can combine when you're staying in Cabo San Lucas or San Jose.
Awesome. Very nice. Sorry. So I have a question. So you mentioned the pandemic. And so my question to you is, have you picked up any new hobbies during the pandemic? Have you been doing anything different or fun? What have you been doing to survive this craziness?
It's crazy, yes. A lot of walking. We are grateful because here, although we were in a pandemic, we could go to some open spaces, not the beaches because the beaches were closed, but going to some mountains that there's nothing around, and at least, spend half an hour walking and coming back home. That was really helpful to reconnect with myself.
Right.
Lots of at-home exercises with videos. Some days were more lazy than others, but I tried to make them. We made like how you say, not a competition, but with my daughters, we had to we make a competition. Whoever made them through a whole month every morning, that would be entitled to get a new iPhone as soon as we recover. So they work hard on that.
Wow, they did.
So that was encouraging to do some exercise. But I think that, spending time with the family, although we probably, most of us, I think that although we were at home, we work harder than when we were in our normal, routines.
Yeah.
But I think that spending time in the local and the simple things that we never have time to, those were rewarding, because I work hard too, but I was at home and I could do things that I was postponing for, simple things, maybe cooking breakfast, having a quiet lunch for 1 hour, those are the things that I think were very good to connect with the family for a little bit,
Awesome.
Yeah.
And kind of going back to the property, I wanted to ask you this, but let's say you have 1 day left at the property as a guest, not working.
Ooh.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
How would you spend that last day at your property? Kind of walk us through what your day would look like.
Oh, I would wake up in the morning, would go for a nice class of yoga at the spa, then go for breakfast, and have the stunning view of the Sea of Cortez in front of me, and have I love my avocado toast. That's my favorite dish in the morning here when I have breakfast, and freshly prepared juices. Those are amazing. Going on a walk throughout the hotel, that's really nice. I love the spa. I had the opportunity to test the spa. It wasn't that hard. And I did like an hour and a half massage, and I felt like I was in heaven. And after that, I went to the Shavasana room, which is a private room with sound, that when you lay down in the room, like when you do the yoga practice of Shavasana, then you are with the music, you hear the vibrations of the music, so it helps you balance your chakras and your energy. So that's really very relaxing. I would start very relaxed. Maybe I'll get hungry again, so I'll go to X to go my tiradito with tuna. That's also my favorite. That's my favorite dish. And if you're a golfer, you could go golfing. I don't do golf. I like to spend time, by the pool, by the beach, and I like to learn a lot about the local culture. So X is one of my places that I like to go, because I love the atmosphere there, and I've learned a lot with the mixologist that we have there. His name is Hector, and he will guide you on a journey of mixologist and teach you all about bacanora, sotol, all these spirits that are not very commercial, besides, mezcal and tequila. And he has great stories to share. So you can spend, I can tell you, like hour and a half listening to them. The people here has a lot of stories to tell you. So I think that when you're relaxing and connecting to the people here, you can really make your vacation very fruitful, because you will go back home with a lot of knowledge about Mexico and why it's a rich culture for everyone. That's how we do that, And of course, I would stay at the Grand Reserve for sure. Yeah, that would be
of course.
Yeah.
The spa, relaxing, time at the pool, and of course tequila and cocktails. That sounds how I would end my vacation as well. So
yeah. Yeah, I think I think this is also a place you were mentioning your birthday. I mean, I think this is amazing to do celebrations too, because a very little group, you can do 6, 7 rooms, staying here, renting, our rooms are distributed in little buildings that have only 3 rooms, each one of them. So we have 42 villas divided in these 3 rooms. So you can get the entire villa for you, the entire building for you. And it doesn't feel like a huge building, all like, cookie cutter, and everybody at the same place, same entrance. You have a lot of spaces to enjoy on your own, if you will.
There you go, Cindy.
I'm going to be living vicariously through you all weekend. This weekend, the spa, the villa, the hikes, the electric bikes, which I have done myself in Europe, and they were fabulous. But
Okay.
but we have to wrap up now. I really hate to do it, but we do have to wrap up. And I want to just thank you for joining us today. You were the star of the show, as always, and I'm so happy to have you, and so happy to have seen you, and that Kyle got to meet you and talk to you.
Thank you, Heda. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and it's really been fun seeing you and hearing about your property as well, and hearing about how happy you really are now in Cabo. How, you know, again, it's so different from what you were used to. So thank you so much for everything, and thank you so much for your partnership with Classic. We really appreciate it.
Always, always.
Thanks,
Pleasure to see you. Now, I hope to welcome you and see you in person soon.
You
Okay.
will.
Hopefully
Okay.
sooner than later. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
good.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.